President Obama faces criticism from his opponents this morning for suggesting the world's greatest threat is not terrorism, but climate change. So we asked him to explain his comments during Wednesday's one-on-one interview at the White House. It is his first interview since returning from the Paris climate talks. And you did say in the State of the Union that no challenge poses a greater threat to future generations than climate change. Do you mean that it's a greater threat than terrorism?
What I mean by that is that we're going to get ISIL. They will be defeated. There will be ongoing efforts to disrupt the world order from terrorists, from rogue states, from cyber attacks. There's always some bad people out there trying to do bad things, and we have to be vigilant in going after them. But if you start seeing the oceans rise by 5, 6, 7 feet, if you see major shifts in weather patterns so that what have been previously bread baskets to the world suddenly can no longer grow food, then you're seeing the kind of crisis that we can't deal with through the deployment of the Marines. We can't deal with it through throwing money at it. What we know is that as human beings are placed under strain, then bad things happen. And if you look at world history, whenever people are desperate, when people start lacking food, when people are not able to make a living or take care of their families, that's when ideologies arise that are dangerous.
Donald Trump, who is the front runner on the Republican side, said your remarks were one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard in politics. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Trump should run back a tape recorder on some of the stuff he said. But look, here's what we know. 99.5% of scientists in the world say this is a really urgent problem. The only people who are still disputing it are either some Republicans in Congress or folks on the campaign trail.
You know, this is part of the debate because the president has a view there along with 190 world leaders. The Republican Party is debating a different view, and I think it's going to continue to play itself out in this campaign.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting analogy he made because so many people do not believe that this is a crisis that all the experts say that it is.
Yeah, our polling suggests, however, though, that almost 2/3 do believe that climate change deserves action. Okay. We're going to have more of our conversation in the next hour. We're going to talk about his fight to make a deal with the world to limit global warming. That story is ahead.